Hey, hello. My name is Quatechia and you are watching Quatechia Creates. Hello, besties. We are going to jump right into this tutorial. So we're getting started on a prep tumbler. Our tumbler has been sanded, cleaned, and base painted. We first base painted with Rust-Oleum 2 times flat white spray paint, and then we went over it with some pink fluorescent color. I'll leave the link down in the description box. So we are going to be applying our glitter using the Mod Podge method. So you're just going to grab some Mod Podge, and I'm using this Wet n Wild brush that I purchased from the Dollar Tree, and smoothing the Mod Podge out on the tumbler. You want to get your Mod Podge as smooth as possible, but you do want to make sure that you have even coverage. And if your Mod Podge is being rude like my Mod Podge and dumping these like clumps of glue on your tumbler, just make sure that you remove those before you apply your glitter. After we have finished applying our adhesive, we are going to go straight into glittering our tumbler, and we are using this really pretty pink color from Glitter Heart Co. The name is Cherry Blossom. Once our tumbler is dry, we are going to come in with a soft bristle brush, and we are going to brush off the excess glitter. And after that, we are going to start building our layers to smooth out our glitter. So you can use crystal lac or you can use epoxy, whatever you choose as your sealant. If you are wanting a more detailed video on how I use crystal lac on my tumblers, I'll leave a link to a video here. And if you're wanting a more detailed video on how I epoxy my tumblers, I'll leave one of those videos here. I measured my tumbler. I'm using a 20-ounce skinny straight tumbler, and it is about 9.5 inches wide and about 8 inches tall. Now once we have our shape, I'm going to go up here and change mine to white. So this is now my background, and this is going to be representative of the tumbler. Because our tumbler is 8 inches long, we were originally going to do 4 glittered stripes and 4 vinyl stripes. I'm going to do 4 shapes. I'm going to make them 1 inch tall and 9.5 inches wide. And then we're simply going to duplicate this shape several times so that we have a total of 4. So this is the vinyl that we're going to be working with today. It is a really pretty lace transparent vinyl that I purchased from Maestra Creations, and I will leave a link down in the description box to her website. So this wouldn't be a Quatechia Creates tutorial if there wasn't some kind of F-up involved. This time I cut straight into my 4th vinyl strip. And yes, there were lots of cuss words involved, but I just, went with it. Ended up having 3 stripes. And then after playing with some painter's tape and trying to reconfigure my design, I decided to just put the vinyl stripes on the bottom of the tumbler and do a really pretty monogram on the top part. When you're laying your vinyl down, you want to make sure that your stripes are even, for one, but also that you have no air bubbles. So you want to take your time applying this. And I love this transparent vinyl because it's really easy to work with. Like, I was able to lift it and it would stick back down, and I didn't have any problems with it at all. It was really easy to work with. Now I did measure my strips to be about 1/4 inch longer than wider than the tumbler actually is, so that I can have this little piece of overhang to cut off, so that I can make sure that they actually met up all the way. In this updated design, we have we still have our 1 inch vinyl strips, and in between each 1 inch vinyl strip we have 3/4 inches amount of space. So we're using our 3/4 inch painter's tape to separate the vinyl, and also to make sure that we are able to keep straight lines. And we will keep using the same piece of painter's tape to separate it to cut down on the waste. So now we've already cut our vinyl decal. Now with this, we are going to do a technique called reverse weeding. And with reverse weeding, we just take the block of vinyl, like we pulled it straight off our mat, and we are going to apply our transfer tape right on top of that. So now we're going to take our scraper tool, and we are going to scrape the top with the transfer tape, and then we're also going to scrape the bottom of the decal to make sure that it sticks better to our transfer tape. We are now going to pull the backing of our vinyl off, and then we are simply going to weed off the excess vinyl. So we're trying to make sure that our monogram stays on the transfer tape, but we are weeding or pulling away the excess vinyl. Reverse weeding is perfect for really thin fonts and monograms. But I've also used this method for more intricate vinyl decals, and it's easily become my favorite way to weed decals. It seems like a puzzle to me. Like I get excited, and I'm like, the gratification that comes with completing is just like, you know, unmatched. So now we're gonna put our decal on our tumbler. I do like to stand my tumblers up when I'm putting my decals down because I feel like I get a better view of whether it's straight or not. After I apply this decal, you can go straight into applying your epoxy or your crystal lac, whatever you use to seal in your vinyl decals. And you're just gonna continue to layer your sealant until, you know, the tumbler is completely smooth. And this is what our tumbler looked like when she was done and completely smooth. I absolutely love it. And this is a reminder that, you know, sometimes our projects don't necessarily turn out the way that we originally had envisioned, but that doesn't mean that it still can't be a work of art. Just keep going. You guys, and that's it. If you haven't already, go ahead, like this video, subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification bell so that you can be notified every time I post a new video. You guys follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and come join my group on Facebook. Bye-bye.